You sat there for nights, didn't you? Replaying conversations, blaming yourself, trying to figure out what you missed. But the truth? You didn't miss anything. They just didn't value you, that's it. That's the whole truth. You gave them your loyalty, your consistency, your love, and they mistook it for weakness. You were too much for people who only ever wanted the bare minimum. You brought depth into their shallow lives, and when they couldn't rise to meet your level, they tried to pull you down to theirs. They couldn't match your loyalty, so they called you clingy. They couldn't handle your honesty, so they labeled you dramatic. They couldn't meet your consistency, so they claimed you were too intense. But it wasn't you. It never was. You were just ahead of them, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. And instead of admitting they weren't ready, they tried to convince you that you were the problem. So they dimmed your light, mocked your love, tested your patience, until you began to question your own worth. But here's the thing. They didn't just lose someone who cared. They lost someone rare, someone who loved without keeping score, who stayed long after others would have walked away, who gave without expecting anything in return. They didn't lose a partner or a friend. They lost a mirror, a reflection of everything they claimed to be but could never live up to. And now they carry that loss in silence. Every new connection, every surface-level laugh, every new chapter feels empty because it's missing you, the realness, the depth, the loyalty that could have been their legacy, gone. You don't just replace someone like you. You don't recover from losing someone who gave it all. You live with that loss. You carry it like a ghost. Because once you walk away, once you choose your peace over their chaos, you become a memory that haunts every shallow bond they try to build after you. And the truth? They'll never admit it out loud. They'll smile, laugh, post, pretend they're free. But in those quiet moments, the ones they don't show, they remember. Not because they miss your presence, but because they feel the weight of your absence. Meanwhile, you've changed. You're done shrinking to fit inside rooms that never welcomed you. Done being the glue in relationships where no one else cared if it all fell apart. You've outgrown fake apologies, temporary loyalty, and people who only show up when it's convenient. And no, it's not bitterness. It's wisdom. It's clarity. The version of you that begged, that hoped, that waited for people to choose you. That version died, and in its place, someone stronger, colder, wiser. Someone who doesn't chase, doesn't beg, doesn't break at the first sign of loneliness. Someone who chooses solitude, not because they have to, but because peace is better than chaos disguised as companionship. You spent too long trying to fix people who broke you, too long hoping the same hands that hurt you would someday heal you, but not anymore. Now you fix yourself. You hold your own hand. You protect your energy like it's sacred. Because it is. And if someone wants access to that energy now, they earn it. With consistency, with honesty, with effort that doesn't need to be explained. And if they can't offer that, then they get to watch you from a distance, like the rest of them. You didn't scream, you didn't beg, you rose quietly, ruthlessly, alone. And that's what they'll never understand. They thought you'd crumble without them. They thought your silence was surrender, but it was transformation. Now, you're untouchable, not because you're numb, but because you finally chose you. You stopped handing out love like it was an apology. You stopped explaining your depth to people who only swim in shallow waters. And in that decision, you didn't just survive, you transformed. The world doesn't respect the givers. It uses them. It pushes their boundaries until they snap, and then it blames them for being broken. But not anymore. Let them talk. Let them lie. Let them play victim. That's all they have now. Stories. Stories to cover up the truth. They lost something priceless, and they'll never get it back. You walk in silence now, not out of shame, but out of strength. You no longer defend your name in rooms you've outgrown. You no longer prove your heart to those who treated it like it was disposable. You let your absence speak. You let your peace scream. And that hurts more than anything you could ever say. They expected you to chase, to break, to come crawling back. But when you didn't, that's when it hit them. You were the constant in a world full of temporary. And now, you're gone. And they will never find another you. If you've felt this, if you've rebuilt through pain, comment yes below and subscribe because this version of you is just getting started.